Hi, welcome to the Film Prop channel. Today I'm going to tell you about an action movie from 1998 called, Who Am I? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and support me with a like. That way the channel will grow. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. 1996. South Africa. A special operations team lands in the jungle. Armed to the teeth, the special forces are tracking a convoy of cars. As soon as the vehicles approach them, they set up an ambush. After incapacitating all the guards, they kidnap the scientists. They put bags on them and load them into a helicopter. After the operation, the soldiers are lined up. When asked, "Who are you?" they all say, "I don't know, sir." The commander-in-chief says the operation was a success. The agents surrender their equipment. The US holds a military meeting to discuss the operation. People are worried about missing scientists and pieces of a meteorite that fell in Africa. If the intruders find out the composition of the meteorite, the world is in danger. Agent Morgan has worked in South Africa before. That's why he and 3 agents are sent there as well. Meanwhile, General Sherman is being retired. He is congratulated by his colleague and passes something to him during a handshake. Along with Agent Morgan, freelancers are discreetly dispatched. Trust but verify, as they say. General Sherman unwraps the message he's passed on. Your plan is successful. Mission accomplished. Meanwhile, Jackie Chan, one of the missing agents, wakes up. Nothing is known about him since their helicopter crashed. Chan lives in a tribal shack. The natives see him trying to get out of the hut and come to him. They are overjoyed. Chan has clearly made them nervous. The chief tries to talk to him, but here's the trouble, no one knows English. When Jackie is asked his name, he has absolutely no idea what to answer. He doesn't seem to remember it himself. He says, "Who am I?" The natives, of course, do not understand the question. Now the main question for him has become his new name. Jackie is on the mend. He befriends a young boy from the tribe. With him, he learns their language. Chan tries to figure out how far he has to go before something resembling civilization. He asks the boy to show him on the rocks how long it will take. Then the native throws down stones and pulls out mountains of sand. Jackie is desperate. "I'm going to die here." On his way to the tribe, our hero finds a little lion cub. This, of course, is a nice and sweet find, as are the other little lion cubs. Except that the native is not happy at all. The children are approached by their mother, the lioness. Chan notices her too late and runs off into a tree. Luckily for him, the furious lioness can't reach him and walks away. They manage to get back to the tribe. By this point, the warriors arrive. They tell Jackie that they have found a large iron bird. And they take him to his place. The big iron bird turns out to be the same helicopter in which our hero flew. At the sight of the plane, memories come flooding back. The unfortunate end to their mission to kidnap the scientists. He recalls the agents who were with him on the mission. Where are they now? Where is he now? And who is he? Evening is coming, which means it's time for rituals. The natives make a big fire and dance. Our hero is also invited. A really interesting spectacle. However, he does not get to watch it even a little bit. The warriors come running in and report something. Jackie has to watch. And there really is a lot to see. A convoy of cars rides up to them. Chan is happy, he is finally leaving. They bless him on his journey, arranging a whole ritual around him. The head of the tribe gives him a bracelet, which is supposed to bring him good luck. Along the way, he runs into a car. The driver is bitten by a snake. He is dying. Our hero tries to drain the poison from the driver's leg. The girl on the mountain thinks he attacked her brother. The situation is really funny. From the outside, Jackie looks like an evil cannibal eating a man. In order to neutralize the poison, he needs to chew on medicinal herbs. But because of a certain effect of the herbs, his speech ability is impaired and he is unable to clarify the situation. Somehow Chan manages to explain that he is kind. The girl cannot understand the language he speaks. Jackie constructs a drip pan from the materials at hand. On one side is an unripe coconut, on the other a poisoned man's vein. Our hero gets behind the wheel. It turns out that the car convoy is a race. Chan replaces the racer and comes first to the finish line. The poisoned man manages to be saved. The medics are thrilled, the herbal mixture on the wound neutralized the poison. But a drip of coconut juice. Only special forces are trained for this. Everyone mistakes our hero for an aborigine. Meanwhile, his tongue is still numb. So to them he is still an erudite native, but certainly not a missing agent. The doctor gives him a remedy that slightly relieves the numbness. Jackie needs to go to town so the doctor can help him get his memory back. The girl he saved doesn't leave him stranded and offers to drive him to the doctor. Meanwhile, Agent Morgan receives a call from General Sherman. Photos of missing Agent Jackie Chan make the papers. It turns out that everyone who took part in that operation had to die. While Chan is sitting in the hospital, a reporter runs up to him and asks for an interview. The doctor explains to Jackie that he has lost his memory as a result of a brain injury. But after all, he feels healthy. How come? He is advised to go to the police to look for himself in the search for the missing. Just as the girl says goodbye to our hero, men in suits appear in the hallway. CIA agents. They ask to come with them. Jackie is surprised. What does the CIA want with him? They bring him into a room with Agent Morgan. Jackie, of course, doesn't recognize him. Morgan interrogates him about the survivors. More specifically, about their absence. And for him, the news is good. Everyone is dead, and our hero remembers nothing. That's the end of the interrogation. Morgan lies to his colleagues that this is not who they were looking for. He secretly hires a hitman himself. Meanwhile, in South Africa, scientists are forced into a room. At gunpoint they are forced to work on a meteorite. But the machinery can't take the strain. First, the city has problems with electricity. And then the meteorite fragments, along with the equipment, begin to explode. The scientists manage to escape. Meanwhile, all electrical appliances in the city explode. Televisions, wiring, vending machines. At the police station where Jackie is, everyone is evacuated. The computers are down and it's impossible to run him through the databases. But the officer on duty notices his poster that says wanted. Minutes later, men from Homeland Security arrive. They take Chan to a place that looks familiar to him. And they begin interrogating him. The man in the suit reminds him of that very mission. Once again, a wave of memories sweeps over Jackie. Helicopter. His colleagues on the mission get to know each other. All from different countries. But when it comes to our hero's turn, he is overrun. One of the people in charge of the mission. They cut off the ability to control the helicopter and are about to escape. The first man manages to jump out, and the second man is caught by Jackie. He holds him upright by his parachute while his fellow mission members hold him down. But the captured man doesn't say anything sensible, so he lets him go. Dangling from the helicopter, Chan realizes they are about to die and decides to jump off. His fall is cushioned by branches. A man pulls him out of the flood of memories. The question is still the same: who are you? Jackie shows the physical evidence. 54 fake passports. 6 for each of the participants in the operation. The man tries everything he can to get the information out of him. He thinks Chan is just covering up for his friends. But our hero really doesn't know anything. Then the man beats him up. He still doesn't believe him. And walks away. Jackie wastes no time. Despite the fact that he is handcuffed, our hero deftly escapes from there. He literally tests fate as he descends from the roof of the building. After a few moments, Jackie is already in the hotel. However, there, too, someone is already waiting for him. There's also a reporter waiting for him. Chan asks her to pay for the cab he arrived in exchange for the interview. But the people following him kidnap the reporter. Their commander turns out to be a hitman hired by Morgan. Jackie manages to get out of this mess as well. He escapes from the chase and finds the handcuffed journalist. She's handcuffed to a car. Jackie jumps in and tries to start the car. At this time, the girl he saved, Yuki, drives by. He puts her behind the wheel right through the window. Together they drive away from the chase. They have to cut through the market, spectacularly hitting everything in their path. But when their car gets towed, it becomes clear that they didn't lose the chase. Now the police are also following them. They manage to fool the police by quickly parking and hiding. But as soon as they try to get out, they run into the killer's men. Once trapped, they have to pull a dangerous stunt. But, thanks to the skill of the girl behind the wheel, they succeed. No matter how the pursuers try to catch up with them, they fail. Once on the roof of the building, the driver deceives the killer's men and they almost die. But our hero remains human even in this situation. He helps the people who tried to kill him a second ago. It's a very powerful thing to do. Finally, no one else follows them. When they stop, they try to figure out why everyone is following him. He had with him a bag of one of the agents he killed. In it is a note with a cipher that has been bothering Jackie all along. 11 drivers, 1 dropped. What could that mean? Our hero can't take it anymore. He can remember absolutely nothing. Chan climbs to a high place and asks the same question that has already become age-old to him. Who am I? While he and Yuki are resting, journalist Christine solves the cipher. And she succeeds. The cipher indicated the phone number of a company in Rotterdam. When Yuki suggests they take a picture, Christine reacts strangely. She refuses to be photographed. Rotterdam. Holland. The evidence converges. The match is used by the murdered helicopter pilot. And the match is in the restaurant across the street from the building. Jackie inserts the card the CIA gave him into a payphone. He calls Morgan directly. Mistakenly thinking he is an ally, Chan gives him his location and asks for advice. Ironically, Morgan ends up in the very building across the street. He orders his men to kill our hero. But former General Sherman asks to bring him to them. Morgan tells Jackie not to trust anyone. Finishing his dialogue at this phrase, he sits down at the table. Chan notices a flashing red light from Christine's purse. She was recording his phone conversation. It turns out that in addition to this, the journalist was recording everything with her headset on her ear. It also turns out why she avoided taking a joint photo with her camera. It's a concealed gun. Jackie becomes panicked and paranoid. What's going on around her? Christine confesses, she's a CIA agent and she's on his side. He, on the other hand, should be afraid of the person he called. At this time, Morgan's men come running to the restaurant. Our hero decides that Christine set him up and runs away. Jackie is chased again. However, not only does he manage to get away from her, but he also manages to save someone's dog. He calls Morgan on the payphone again. Chan begins to be intimidated by Morgan's questions. He keeps trying to find out where he is. Then he answers, "I don't know," and leaves the card at the payphone. Meanwhile, Sherman and Morgan discuss the meteorite deal. After the deal, the scientists are killed as well. Jackie sneaks into the building where Morgan and Sherman are. Jackie casually peeks into the room where the deal is just in progress. Chan climbs into the vent and overhears the dialogue. The scientists are happy to report on the research. But the meteorite is not yet reliably studied and dangerous. They hope to soon figure out how it works. And the meteorite will serve the good of mankind. But it's only the buyers that disappoint them. They need such powerful material to make a grenade launcher. The buyer inserts the disc into the computer. There's a whole bank on it. And he pays for the deal. The computer asks him to wait. The man goes off to get a drink. At this time Jackie quietly jumps down from the vent and takes the CD. But for a second an idea comes to him. He transfers the entire huge amount of the deal to a children's rescue fund. Now that's a really good investment. They notice the missing money and the failed deal. Hundreds of mercenaries track him down all over the building. Jackie runs from them until he meets Morgan. He tries to gain his trust again. For a minute, Jackie seems to believe him. Then he decides to test him. He gives him the gun from his hands, discreetly discharging it. When Morgan picks it up, he immediately points it at Chan. It was a big mistake. After beating Morgan, he escapes to the roof. The professional fighters chasing him surround him. Jackie gets into a fight with the first one. He turns out to be a very strong and fast fighter. But Chan is stronger. And more cunning. He doesn't want a fair one-on-one fight. They attack together. After winning the fight, Jackie is cornered. Then he slides down the sloping side of the glass roof. Sliding to the edge, he wants to break the glass. But it's risky to do it with his fist. This is where the native's bracelet comes in. He breaks the glass with it. But Morgan is downstairs. Running away from him, Jackie meets Christine. They drive a tiny and slow car. Chan is nervous and asks her to speed up. But Christine calms him down. Now Plan B is going to work. Crowds of people in suits run into the building. Jackie asks, "Is that Plan B?" But it's only Plan A. Plan B turns out to be closing off all roads and raising the bridge. Hundreds of CIA agents arrive on the scene. Morgan, who tried to escape, is caught. Already today, he will receive information about himself. But what about the disc? Jackie throws it in the river. Where does he go now? To Africa. After all, he promised to give the boy his compass back. Thanks for watching. I recommend to see other clips on Jackie Chan movies. The links are in the description.